Right, hit your button. Is there a button you have to hit when we do this now? Do you still
Yeah,
have?
there is.
All right,
Yeah.
hit your button. All right. All right. Welcome to the OFX podcast. I'm Dave Claxton. Along with me, as always, is the pavement pounding princess, Bethany McChesney. And we're talking about holidays. And we don't know what the fuck to do that's not a race holiday. Not together, obviously, but we could do a trip together. That would be fine.
I mean, we've traveled a lot together, but it's
Travel a
always
lot.
safe.
In a group.
Yeah.
Always. But I'm just, yeah, like Ryan, like I said, Ryan, I've talked about it, and I've done all inclusive before, a lot. I've had an all inclusive wedding before. It was a great time.
Yeah.
But that's not who I am anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do. And
Yeah.
because everything we do is race related,
Hmm.
and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, but we don't, we think we're missing out. Maybe we need to be doing something else, and we don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Tried,
And you kind of
tried.
think about what, like, okay, people would travel because of their interests. So you want to go to like a concert or something.
I don't
But
like those.
no, no, I can't stand big crowds. Or like, I don't know, what are people's interests? Like outside of,
What
but
do
again,
real people do?
what do normal people do? Because again, our interests are racing and sport. So if I am going somewhere, I'm still going to do something like I'll be climbing mountains or exploring caves or we're rock climbing or something. So
Could you do like
not race.
could you do the European thing where like you go to like churches and scenic shit?
Are we biking between everything?
I mean, I suppose you could. I don't think there's a rule against it, but you would not be racing as you're biking. It's not a
Um,
time trial. It's not like there's a Strava church to church
yeah.
segment you're trying to beat.
Yeah. I mean, I did travel a lot before I had
Yeah.
kids. I lived internationally and we we would travel and we did it really like rough style, like
Hostels.
sleeping. Yeah. And so that you could see as much as possible in a short amount of time. So we weren't necessarily racing or like it wasn't planned all around being super, super active, but we were always on the go.
Mhm.
And that's the adventure side of it that I would need an element of. So I couldn't just go like book a trip and go someplace and stay there for a week.
Mhm.
Unless it was somewhere that you could do so many small trips. But I've never traveled that way before. Never, never. So I've done Europe and we'll go to a bunch of different cities and you're on trains and you're sleeping in like one bedroom apartments with six people and you're crashing it. Like I've done that type of traveling, but never just one place.
So I have basically two bucket list trips that are not race related per se.
Yeah.
So one, I want to do Germany. Maybe
Mhm.
I'll add a third one. I want to do Germany, and I want to do Germany so I can go and uh, drive on the um, Nürburgring, which is like a giant racetrack that's open to the public. You just go and you pay at the machine, and you can just haul ass as fast as you can. So that's a dream trip for me. I really want to do that one, and then I want to do Japan,
Mhm.
where I have a few things. I've always been enthralled with Japanese culture. There's a few things I would want to hit there, like the Budokan, like the home of judo. I mean, I spent years doing judo. Um, the festival of the 47 Ronin is on my birthday, so that would be cool. And then some other driving things too, like going up through the mountains and stuff for the drifting and everything, all that. So a couple of
Mhm.
things like that. And then the other one that I think would be cool is to go to Scotland and watch the Highland Games.
Oh yeah, that would be really cool.
That would be very cool for me. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I guess I could do those, but like I the trips that used to interest me now don't, and it's less confusing. I am also inclined to do any road trip anywhere. I
Yeah.
like to drive.
Yeah. And I mean, Canada is really beautiful.
Mhm.
I I have one continent I haven't stepped foot on yet. So
Uh, Antarctica?
no, Australia.
You've been to Antarctica?
No, okay,
Well,
not
okay,
Antarctica. I've never
technically
been to
speaking.
Antarctica.
Don't worry.
So
I've been hearing a lot of my algorithm or whatever is full of flat Earth people, and they keep telling me Antarctica is not real anyway. So
that's not true. I used to train with
it's
a girl in Dubai.
completely not true. It's absolutely the biggest bullshit in the
No,
world, but that's okay.
no, I trained with a girl in Dubai who actually did her whole PhD thesis on the behavior of the penguins in Antarctica, and she lived there for like 6 months. So I'm pretty sure it's not true.
No, I'm positive it's not true. It's just one of those conspiracy theories that
Oh yeah,
somehow I got dragged into because I kept going. Are you guys off your rock? Like, what are you thinking here?
yeah. No,
Anyway,
no, never been to Australia. So maybe at some point I should get out there, but I've been to all the other ones. So
you are far better than me. I've never been overseas.
like you've never Europe or
No, I've been North America, South America. That's it.
uh yeah, you got to get over there.
I know, and yeah, so
Yeah,
maybe this year. Who
maybe.
knows?
Yeah, I think for me, my probably right now, the highest on my bucket list would be Chamonix, like out to the mountains, um, in France or Switzerland, but just like the European mountains, would probably be pretty high. I haven't spent as much time in Europe as I have some of the other ones. I've actually been, um, more often in Africa. So yeah, I don't know. Somewhere in Europe, I think, is where I haven't spent enough time.
There you go. Well, I would definitely want to go over eventually, but I'm afraid I'm going to be over there and go, I don't know what to do.
You could spend a lot of time in Europe. Everything is
I,
close.
I know. Yeah, I know, and I like European cars, so I could just drive around and be happy. Like I could go to a European car rental dealership and just test cars all day, and I would be happy doing that.
Yeah.
All right. You want to talk about shit? What are we supposed to talk about here? All right. You want to talk about Hyrox Ottawa? You want to start there? Okay.
Sure.
Have you seen the map?
Yes, I am looking at the map.
Okay, I can even call it up. I have it ready for a share screen here.
Yes. Um, I'm not super excited about 4 laps.
No, why not?
Well, I mean, it's hard enough counting 8 things in order, and then you add 4 each lap, and it is just tricky. And I mean, I've messed up Hyrox orders before, so I'm a bit nervous about this.
Lanny will keep you straight.
No, no, she won't.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
No.
Um, yeah, so I mean, yeah, like, so basically it's like three and I don't know, 3 1/4 laps, realistically, because you're in on the fourth time. But either way, it's in on the fourth one. So you got to
Yeah.
count four. And so basically you're looking at somewhere around a 300-meter track.
Yeah.
Um,
Which is pretty tight. So I'm thinking this center is going to be a little bit small.
well, yeah, I'm worried about the width of the running track too,
Yeah. So that's the other thing about the 4 lapper that I'm not excited about is it's going to be packed.
especially for you
Yeah. Yeah.
because you are in the belly of the beast.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you might as well be at Woodstock 99. There's
Oh
going
man,
to be
I just said I don't
so
like
many.
crowds too.
You, I'm planning to watch you and Lanny run, and I'm thinking I'm going to need to sit on John's shoulders because I don't think I'll be able to pick you guys out of the crowd. You're the two smallest people in a sea of doubles women.
Yeah.
So you better be out front.
Well, we'll probably be out front, but
You should
I
be
bet
out front at least on the first. Getting to the ski erg should be a pretty easy route.
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, oh man, yeah. You guys are like, there's so many. But I know it's tight. And like you say, in order. So apparently, order is 8, 2, 3, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah. And then the wall balls are off to the side, which is
Yeah.
also I find very confusing to know when to go in.
Again, they say it's four on the fourth one.
Yeah.
So that your first run and your last run are going to be a little bit longer. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I love it when the first run is long because that's when you feel the best.
I agree. I'm down. I just wish the last one wasn't long.
Yeah. Well, but then you're done. You know
Yeah.
you're done, so it's fine.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm hoping it's fast. I mean, they from the way they drawn this, the corners look like they're pretty rounded, except for the one down on the bottom right. But I don't know. It should be a fun venue. Did you see some of the interesting teams?
No.
You got Ryan Atkins and Isaac Sanderson teaming up.
Oh, like doubles.
Doubles, yeah. Sorry, doubles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
I thought that was
We
pretty
haven't
cool.
seen Ryan Atkins since Toronto 2 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that'll be an interesting one to see. Cole Learn and Frederick Dubé.
Yeah, that's a great team.
I think that's a team planning to compete for next year. I think this is like start getting some points.
Well, and they have to do that now because we have to the doubles now, as we know, they have to commit to their doubles partner.
And they have to be same country and they have to put in 3 races together and yeah, so it I think that's a real team that's going to stay together.
Yeah, I
And it has
agree.
great potential because we know what Cole can do and Frederick is just getting better all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
So how do we go? So when are you going? I'm doing workout. So I'm going Thursday night. I raced my first run 6 o'clock Thursday night, and I'm ready, Bethany, to bet the mortgage on me getting a podium.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's no one else in our division,
Well, there you go.
so we'll accept all congratulations already.
Really? There's no one else?
No one else.
You're just that old.
We are that old. Nobody our age wants to push the pro sleds.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's good to know then. So as you get older, you got to just keep racing pro.
Just jump in the pro division. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, because we're the 55 to 59 category. Because John brings us up there.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's no one in the pro. I knew that it would be very few just from looking at other events and previous events. There was none last year in Toronto.
Mhm.
But looking at the ones overseas and whatnot, it's usually like 2 or 3, maybe 4 sometimes. But I was hoping to have someone to race.
Yeah, you don't really want to win with nobody.
No, I mean, and this is the thing too. So if it is right and there's nobody else in it, and John and I we run Thursday, the podium's not till Saturday. And I'm
Okay.
like, I'm thinking, poor John, he's not running the rest of the weekend. I'm like, you want to wait around to get a podium that we defaulted? Like, I don't know.
Mhm. Does
I think
Hyrox send the flags if you don't stay?
I don't know.
Mm,
Well, I'm going to be there anyway, so I'll be there.
yeah.
So even if he doesn't stick around, I can pick it up for us. But I hope I don't. I think he's planning to stick around anyway. He's gonna uh support me on my solo run, take some videos, and then
Mhm.
I think we're both planning to watch you run in the next one. You run both. Well, you run just on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, just on
Supposed to
Sunday.
be both on Sunday, but we have to sort this out here because Hyrox scheduled mine at the same time.
You know what? Should we go into this so that this is something that people can watch out for their own selves?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what we did wrong here, but so I signed up for women's doubles and women's open, which the doubles time slots were basically 7:30 till 11:30. Lanny and I put down a very fast potential time to be early in that window of time. Um assuming we'd probably be in the first heat. So racing at 7:30. And then the women's doubles start at like 11:50. Or sorry, women's solos start at 11:50. So I figured if we're racing at 7:30, then I will have, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours or so if I'm in an early heat of the women's open. Um, which was totally fine. And that's kind of what I wanted, like for workout sake. And for and then for my open, I also put an actual time of what I was hoping to run.
You should have put a super slow time.
I should have put a super slow time, but I just figured Lanny and I would be in the first heat, and I didn't want too long of a gap between them.
Hmm.
So then for some reason, Lanny and I are in the last heat of doubles, which means, and then I'm in the first heat of open women's, which means they're 20 minutes apart,
Yeah.
which obviously I can't do. And as we know, getting Hyrox tickets is like trying to get a Taylor Swift concert ticket. It's hard to come by. And they're not cheap. And it's been a while even since I've raced an open or sorry, a women's solo because I've just
Hmm.
had such a difficult time even getting a ticket. So I'm a little bit frustrated right now, and Hyrox has said that they can't change times because of the size of the events. So I'm not really sure what I can do now. So if anyone's ever had experience with this, we're hoping that when we get there, we can bump my solo race to the last race of women, and then it'll be okay. But otherwise, I don't really know what to do. And it is a little bit frustrating. So again, if you're in this position where you're trying to race two in the one day, um, you should probably personalize your tickets early. I did personalize my ticket. But I think maybe Lanny was a little bit later personalizing hers. And so it could have bumped us back, which is the only thing I can think of. She did put in our seed times as the same. Um, so I don't know, personalize that ticket early, otherwise it just might not work out for you. So that's the only thing I can think of that maybe we didn't do properly to get what I really wanted in this situation. But yeah, Hyrox says they won't switch things around.
And I mean, to a certain extent, I get that, but also I don't get. I don't know. I do get it, but I don't. It just
Yeah.
if there's room in the wave, like I would think there's probably room in the last women's wave. There's usually room in the last one. So to
Right.
to move your doubles ahead, that might be difficult because the waves are all full.
Yes.
But to move your solo back is probably quite doable,
Yes.
I would think. But I mean, again, I think even day of, like keep pushing, get out there and see if you can get it.
Yeah. Yeah. I also wonder why they haven't worked this out in the system with with AI technology and how it is these days. If you're scheduling a person,
Mhm.
there should AI or something should kick in where the start times have to have, a 2 hour time or a 3 hour time in between them. Because I'm sure I'm not the only one that tries to race twice in one day.
No, I'm sure there's a lot of women who would like to do women's open doubles and women's open. There's
Hmm.
probably quite a few.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, you would think they could put something in between it or something along the lines. I don't know. But and I would think even if you personalize late, like they didn't release this run list till today.
Today. Right, exactly.
Like,
Right, which is why I can't think that it should have been a problem that she personalized hers a couple weeks ago, instead of a couple months ago. So I don't really understand what went wrong here.
and you would think, like you say, an AI program would just simply, okay, here's all the people that said they would run this time. Boom, 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 just autofill it. It doesn't seem complicated. But I mean, this is something Hyrox has struggled with forever, putting people in the right waves.
Yeah.
So
Right, like we saw this in Toronto 2 years ago where all of the even Elite 15 women were all spread out when
yeah,
they all should have been together.
yeah, and I think it still happens. It still happens a lot. I've seen elite people in second and third waves for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I know in Ottawa, everything seems like it was just put in mixed heats. So don't expect that you're in a heat with everyone in your age group.
Oh no, no, it's chaos.
Yeah. Yeah. So the people that you're racing for a podium are not necessarily in your heat.
John and I are 10 minutes behind Ryan and Isaac, so we figure we should catch them by probably the burpees, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. Here, look, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about here. Oh, wrong one.
Maybe if you like miscount the laps and run 2 laps each time, then maybe.
I don't count that out. I could do that.
Just decide you're doing a half rocks.
There you go. Here we are. The entire 55 to 59 division.
Oh my goodness.
6 o'clock though.
That's not a bad time.
Not bad.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, Rye's home. Rye, we're recording, but that's okay. And I'm not going to edit that one. All right. So you've got one, maybe two races. Go. What about Jeff? When's Jeff running? Because I got to watch his.
He's Sunday around 5.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I don't know that I like Jeff that much.
That's okay.
That's really because I'm driving home that day.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Uh,
I assume you guys are staying that night.
yeah, we are.
Yeah, that's because your drive's even 2 hours past mine, so that's probably like a 7 hour, 7.5 hour drive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's holiday Monday, so
Yeah, yeah. I didn't even remember that,
yeah, I didn't either.
but I'm glad.
Hmm.
Because so that being said, I am disappointed. I did really want to watch Jeff and Mike race. I'm thinking they can make their goal, and I really wanted to see it,
Hmm.
but I also don't want to get home at 11 o'clock at night.
No, no,
So you might have to live stream it.
that's okay. Yeah, Lanny and I will run around with our cell phones.
There you go. Perfect. That'd be perfect.
Maybe.
If you can remember.
Yeah.
Uh, Um, this is just talking to Hyrox. New stuff with the athlete license. Do you want to go through that?
Sure.
Okay. Do you know it or you want me to go through it?
Yeah.
I'll go through it. Okay. Basically, they jumped up the price, and now it used to be like 200
Yeah.
American, and now it's like 600 American.
Mhm. But
Does include two races,
right.
sorta.
Well, you have to be very careful
Yeah, yeah,
because you purchase your race, but if you don't show, then you've lost it.
that's right. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it's kind of like it seems weird, like that they've done this. I don't know why. I don't think it was necessary.
Good question. You don't think
Why?
that the 2 free races was necessary?
Well, I mean, it's not really two free races, right?
No, it's not free.
Yeah, yeah. Rye has a question.
What if you pay for a race, but you can't make the meeting and then you show up for the race?
Then you don't get to race. You lost.
I think the meetings are just for the
It's just
major.
for the majors, yeah.
Mhm.
But and I don't think they pay for majors. I could be wrong on that.
They don't pay for the
Yeah,
majors.
yeah, yeah.
No.
So, and then there's this list of the top 50 athletes, which is like a roving list week to week, and those athletes will get invites to races, and those are the ones that they can use the payment that they got to pay ahead of time for to do.
Yeah, so every Wednesday, the new rolling list of the top 50 gets
Mhm.
emailed with the potential opportunity to race within the next 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
That sounds very stressful to me. If you're like a 48 to 55, in that range, which this can change so much. We have so many
Mhm.
athletes, and it's all based on the point system
Yeah.
now, which again, it's just basically who raced that weekend, where you're kind of talking about that like 40 to 60 range of athletes. And then so you kind of have to have these weekends available to maybe have the opportunity to race if you're maybe in it. So that would be very stressful to me as an athlete trying to plan my racing life.
Everything is just so complicated and it could be so simple. And that's what gets me. Is it's like it's just more of this. If we do this, it'll make this more complicated thing make more sense and work more. And I'm like, just fucking simplify. Like,
Yeah. So and what the problem that they're trying to solve here is that some of these athletes who are at the top of the Hyrox game are not always getting into races, which
Mhm.
I do understand that that would be very frustrating. As an athlete who you might be in that 30, 40, you get a good race in, you might be more in our top 20, 15.
Mhm.
So you need these opportunities to race. So what they're trying to do is solve that problem. So if you're in that range, and remember, our top 50 could be within 2 minutes at this point in the Hyrox game,
Yeah.
like 2, 3 minutes of each other. So you get a fast course, you get a good race, and then you're up there. So they're trying to give these athletes more opportunities to be able to race. So
Yeah.
that's the problem they're trying to solve with this top 50 emails on Wednesday, preference of registrations within the 3 to 4 weeks before.
But this is a problem they created by demanding they all race at least 5 races,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Like this is a problem of, self-creation. And I don't know that it alleviates the problem anyway, but it just I understand, like you say, it's an attempt to make it that way. But if they didn't have to race minimum 5 races, then it wouldn't be near the problem.
Hmm.
And realistically, you could, if you did want to do it this way, the other option would be that, okay, let's say if you have 500 points or more, you're guaranteed entry in a spot in the race. Because how many people could possibly be there? Could possibly be up there, right? And if it is 50, how many Hyrox tickets are we selling for an event? 17,000,
Yeah,
give or take. Hold 50 spots.
right.
Just hold it all the time.
Yeah.
And chances are there's probably only going to be about realistically 10 of the top 50 even take them for each race.
Yeah, so I don't think they said anything about rolling down.
No, exactly. So and that's what I mean. So if these spots, if they're saving these 50 spots, right? If they don't
Mhm.
get taken, they become open to the public,
Right.
right? So instead of this whole weird system, or it's not weird, but whatever, it's a complicated system, just make it so that you've held 50 spots for, you know, people with 500 points and and then just leave it for I just leave the 50 spots. Like I know in the rule books it actually says that Hyrox can put an invitation people and have spots for people and all that stuff. So just save 50 spots because you're only going to likely have 10 people that even use them. And don't
Yeah.
worry about the whole point system. Just be like, all right, we got 50 spots for elites. Somebody calls and needs it. They,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, because and I mean every event wants the big names at them.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. Just again, it seems overcomplicated. I get it. I understand it. It just is another problem they
Yeah.
created by trying to make things too complicated.
Yeah. It would probably be easier if it was just, you're right. Once you hit a certain level, you will always have open access.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. How do you feel about Deadly Dozen in general?
Like the race?
Yeah. You haven't tried it yet, have you?
No. I
Okay.
have
But you know about it.
I do. I remember, yeah. And I mean, looking at it, I remember thinking I would change some things if I was going to design it.
At any point, did you think the thing you would change would be the run for a swim?
Nope. Because all the exercises are like ground to overhead, push press, something to overhead, overhead,
A
overhead,
lot of overhead.
overhead. And then if you go to swim, it sounds like a really good way to die.
Except it's a Deadly Dozen, so it's going to live up to his name. At least 12 people will die.
Oh, so they're just trying to justify their name.
Exactly. Yeah, so Deadly Dozen will be hosting an event in the UK where instead of 400 meters of running between the labors, which that's what they call the stations, the labors. So instead of doing your journeys of 400 meters, you will be swimming 100 meters. And from my understanding, an open water swim.
Oh, I'm having PTSD. Will they have lifeguards?
I'm gonna. I'm gonna hope yes. I have not detailed information on that, but I'm going to say that Jason is smart enough to make sure he has lifeguards.
Okay. And not hot water,
Nope,
lots of lifeguards.
lots of lifeguards. We're gonna assume that everything is done as above board as possible. Um, so it's funny that, like I said, this is people have joked about doing like some kind of water thing forever,
Hmm.
and finally they're doing it. I think this is personally just I think it's just gonna be a one-off kind of funsy event.
Yeah.
Um, and I hope everybody has a really good time. It's great.
Yeah.
I just think it's really funny because it can kind of completely against everything that Deadly Dozen does, where Deadly Dozen is kind of lower weight, high reps, like really 400
Yeah.
meter laps,
60 reps of stuff.
pretty much the most simple and basic and accessible event there is.
Yeah.
And we're going to take out the running and throw in a swim in open water.
Especially because they were so smart about the track.
I love the track. I really
Yeah.
do. So yeah, and if you, I know you don't know a lot about Deadly Dozen, but there's about 19 million different variations. There's
Oh,
like there's like the DFT, which I think takes away all of the distance-based stations, and then there's the erg one, and then there's the strong one, and then there's um I don't even remember. There's teams and there's relays, and
it sounds very complicated.
it is. There's a lot of stuff going, a lot of moving parts here, lots of stuff going on. Then there's the regular one, and now there's the aquatic one and the deadly sprint. You might like this one. So the
Yeah.
deadly sprint is basically the deadly dozen cut in half and an indoor 200-meter track. So
Oh,
half the reps, 200-meter track, so half the distance. I actually think that that one you would really enjoy because that'd be fast moving.
yeah. I get so giddy thinking about racing on an indoor track.
Well, and the one they're doing in the UK, it's a banked track too, like it's a proper banked track.
Yeah. We
And
used to
I'm
race
like,
on those too.
oh yeah, yeah, that's that
Yeah.
I gotta admit that'd be cool. Now
You
my
feel
only thing,
so fast. You're like zoom going.
I'm a race car baby. But I was
Just
thinking,
stuff to hold me in.
here's my thing though. I like everything about that except they should have doubled the weights.
Oh, I think that their premise is a little bit different though.
I agree, but I'm thinking purely for me.
Right, right. Yeah.
That's what I would like. But yeah, I don't know. I think this one, all where the aquatic one being a one-off and kind of joking. I think this one's a cool idea.
I actually think that I wouldn't be afraid to do it. Like I think it would be kind of cool, but I've seen the Deadly Dozen programming and I think it would just murder your upper body. And
But you're cutting the reps in half.
right.
So
Yeah.
I think it wouldn't be near as bad. I think this would just be literally, I think sprint is the right name. I think it'd be all about speed.
And if you can um like float on your back and like do some backstroke and stuff.
Oh, that one, no, that one's deadly. That one's legitimately dangerous. Well, and then even
No,
like
it's kind of cool. I
like
don't mind swimming.
the deadly doesn't has like a 200 and some odd meter farmer carry.
Yeah.
And you're gonna do that with wet hands. That's gonna be a rough
Oh, and
day.
is there chalk allowed in Deadly Dozen?
I think so.
Yeah.
I
But
think
even then you'd be wet, so it'd be dripping
just be
anyways.
goop.
Doesn't matter.
It
Yeah.
would be pure goop.
Yeah.
So I
Uh,
don't know. We don't talk about deadly dozen enough though, and it's you surprised when I brought it up today. Like does that but people in the UK and I guess they're in 19 countries now.
yeah.
And they're selling out a lot of events. It's just for some reason here in Canada and the States, it is not caught on
Yeah.
at all. And w I'm not 100% sure why. Do you got any theory?
Um, I mean, I do think if we got into Quebec, it might do better. I think there's just areas where fitness catches on faster.
Could you translate deadly dozen to French?
My daughter could.
It'd be something like, douze mort or something like that.
Hey, good for you.
I, I don't know if it's right, but I think
Wait, wait.
11
No, you're
douze.
right. You're
Douze is
right.
right. Yeah, that's 12. And then mort, I think is death.
Yeah.
So it's got to be something like that.
Yeah. I'll ask my daughter when.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She'll do what all people who speak both languages do. No, they can't translate that. Nippy dog. So, anyway, would you do a Deadly Dozen event? Track one if it was convenient?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would too. I would too. I'd done the strong and I enjoyed it. Again, not a race completely tailored for me,
Hmm.
but I did have a good time with it. And I actually qualified for the the men's strong time for my age group, but even though
Hmm.
it wasn't as good as I thought it should have been, but it was still all right. It was
Hmm.
not a PW like my Atlas was. Fuck that thing. Um, all right. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was Deka Austin. So I was not there. And for people asking, and I've cleared this up on Matt's show too, the reason I was not there was not because Decca didn't ask me to go or anything like that. Nothing along that lines. It's just my availability was not available. You know,
Hmm.
I have shockingly to some people a real life and a real job, and sometimes that gets in the way. So yeah, so no, it's no controversy, no craziness, just had to work. So but what was interesting, and we talked about having him on tonight, but unfortunately timing and stuff didn't work out right. We were going to have Kevin Gregory on because he had his first time down to Deka Austin to use the new machines and participate. I think he did like 4 races, and luckily he did was kind enough to message me and kind of give us his take. And it's not far off what my take was. It's pretty similar. So we'll just review a couple of things like he went through zone by zone, but we'll just go like so. The rower zone two, just like me, he said he does not a fan of the foot straps. A little bit more difficult getting in. However, very easy to get out. But if your judge does not reset the straps, then it's even more difficult to get in because you have to clip them all together. He found that you should put your damper a little bit lower than normal, and that he thought maybe over 500 meters, you're talking 1 or 2 seconds difference, and on the slower side probably compared to the Concept 2, which again is pretty similar to what we had said.
Yeah.
He said the box overs too, and this is something I didn't talk about before. They got new boxes this year,
Oh,
and they are probably about the same as far as softness, right? But they are more stable. They weigh more, they don't move as much. And I believe they are a touch wider though, so that's
wider.
wider.
Suckers are wide already.
I think they might be a touch wider. I cannot say for sure. I did not officially measure them, but they did seem wide. Um, but the stability was nice, and Kev was the same with that one. In the sit-ups, they have these what they call core boards. So basically, instead of a mat, you're lying on this board with a little bit of foam on it, and it's got a little spot to put your feet under, which the rig already had. And I'm going to be straight out honest with you, and because we all know these are there because this company paid to put them there.
Well,
Um,
why do you need them?
we don't.
So what would be their purpose in the real world outside of DECA?
They have like different attachments to do like planking and different things like that, and sit-ups and whatnot and everything. So yeah, yeah,
That sounds
exactly.
super gimmicky.
It is. It's more of an exercise tool. There you go, than a competition. There you go. Rice is more of an exercise tool than a competition tool. As far as how I feel about it in the competition, I prefer it not to be there.
No, that sounds really silly to me.
Yeah. Would it affect my run at all? No, but I just found Matt's more comfortable than that. So
It's
anyway,
a board.
it's a board, but it has like foam on the top of it, right? And before, like the first couple times I used them, it was not good because it would move around, and that was a problem. So now they've got it anchored to the rig, so it didn't move around. That so that's much better.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's that one. Ski erg, just like and I didn't mention this, but Kevin did say he didn't like as much the placement of where things on the screen on the display screen for the ski erg and the rower were. Like that,
Okay.
yeah, he said like the biggest number you see is actually your stroke per minute, and then your meters is on a smaller number. And he said he didn't really like that, but Other than that, that was it. And then skier take was the exact same. Damper a little bit lower, maybe 1, 2 seconds slower. Um,
Relatively negligible.
yeah, relatively negligible. A little
Mhm.
bit of a different feel, but
Yeah.
yeah. Farmer carry, new dumbbells. Hey, there you go. Pure win.
New dumbbells too, eh?
New dumbbells from Lycan.
Are they still hexagon?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you didn't look at the label and realize they looked new, you'd never know.
Okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
again, doesn't
Big win, new dumbbells. Perfect.
yeah. Okay.
Then the big one, the bike. So from Kevin's perspective, the first thing he said was, again, on the display screen, calories are kind of small down in the right-hand corner. That little bit annoying. You can't get used to that. Um, the shifter is the big thing as well, where you have the gear selection, which makes it harder or easier, much like a damper on the rower. He found that going a little lower on the damper than he thought originally was kind of the thing. I think he dialed in at like a 5. Time wise for Kevin didn't seem to make much of a difference, which is kind of what we predicted. It's one of these kind of the slower you are, the better it's going to help you.
Hmm.
Uh, the biggest issue with this, and I don't know if I said this, but Kevin definitely mentioned it, and he's absolutely right. The biggest issue with this is that you cannot tell what gear it's set in until you start the bike.
Oh, can you change the gear throughout?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, you can, but it is very sensitive. So it's not as easy to lock in, right? It's a little harder. Yeah, right.
And he is working with the company and trying to give them feedback on we want this to show up. That's one of the things he said
Yeah, yeah,
he would like for
yeah,
the gear to show
yeah. They're
before you get it.
trying to show a better way to get the gear. The other thing too, at this point, it's not in the Deca rule book, and this is something that I'm working on, is I think that it should be placed at the 10, like all the way up to the 10, because almost no one's going to use it there. That way, everybody is having to adjust it.
Kind of like what they did with the bike seat.
Exactly. Yeah, where we zeroed at the bike seat. Now, and if Kevin's not putting it at a 10, none of us are going to put it at a 10.
No, so most of us are going to be at a 1.
Yeah, well, I found even when I was there, like I said, John Howard did a 3.
Yeah.
Rye did a 3. She liked her 3. I did a 5. I was quite happy with that. Kevin did a 5. He was happy with that. But he did say he tried, I think, a 7 or an 8, and he goes, by the time he was done like 12, 15 calories, he was dying. It was so hard to pedal.
Okay. Oof.
So, so just to keep that in mind, if you are going to be trying it for the first time, aim lower than you higher, right? Error on the lower side.
So then maybe they should put the gear shifter at 1.
I thought about that, right? But then my thought was some people like 1, and that's an advantage. I always like to have it where the least amount of people are going to use it so that everybody would be adjusting it. But I get what you're saying. I know, and to be straight, I know Yancey shares your opinion because he's kind of like that with the rowers and stuff. I want the rowers all to be zeroed out, and they want to keep them at 6 because it's more people use them there. It's just a difference of opinion. The other cool thing about the bike, this is a good thing, is the seat to move it up is super easy to adjust. It's literally grab it and lift it, and you can put it to your spot. You don't have to undo anything or anything. Now, forward and back, there's a little tensioner screw on the bottom to use. So
I don't find it worth it to do the forward back.
no, no, I don't think unless you're trying to set some kind of PR for just your bike alone that it's really worth it. Or there are some people who are thicker and like the handles hit their chest. So maybe but
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if that's important to you, be ready for that. If not, it's a bonus. But teams like when you and Heather used to adjust the bike seat mid race, it would be way better for that.
Yeah. I mean, we got pretty good at it though.
Oh, I know, but you guys would like you would barely even notice this. You would get it done
Yeah.
so quick. So
Mhm.
that's the big difference on the bike. The thing that I don't like, I mean, we all say we wish all the machines were just Concept 2 at every event, everywhere, every gym, all the same. But that just is not going to happen. So the question is, how much will this affect the races? And I think from seeing what Kevin's done on it now, and I mean, he's a pretty good test for these things. He spends so much time really digging in the bike. I don't think the bike is going to affect the higher end that much. I do think, for the most part, anyone who's used to doing an assault bike or, God forbid, an eco bike is going to be much happier. Um, so I don't know, but you will. It's it's going to be small changes. It's not going to be a massive game changer. So
That's good.
yeah, yeah. But anytime there's new equipment's controversy. Now this is you. If you were to ask me if I'd like this thing at home, actually I would be all right with this thing as a home as part of my home gym. The ability to do the make the difficulty harder and easier. Like if you
Yeah.
put it to 10 and did like 15-minute or 15-second sprints at the 10, just the power you could start to build would be really good.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
and it is heavy, which makes me think it should be fairly robust.
Right.
So we'll see.
Mhm.
So yeah, basically then everything else was this, they still got the same balls for the dead ball overs, and the tank is still the Z-Bex with the swivel wheels in the back, and ram burpees are as they've always been.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
there's a big ass bell.
Which is great.
The bell and the smoke and the lights are very cool, and the big video screen, all very cool.
Hmm.
Very. He did say the atmosphere was really pretty good down there.
That's good.
It was a
Good.
smaller venue, but he said good atmosphere. And congratulations to Dustin Needham getting the elite win.
Saw that.
I don't know if this is his, I think this is his first elite win. I could be wrong on that though.
I thought that could be true too, but again, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it was bound to happen. I mean, by sheer mathematical numbers.
Yeah, you just keep shooting your shot eventually.
So there you go. Yeah, so look good. For those asking to my next Deca event will probably be in Denver.
Mhm.
And I don't know if I told
When
you this,
is
but
Denver?
pardon me?
When is Denver?
I don't remember.
Oh.
Calendar's still pretty full. And I had Wes from Lifetime Games tried the Deca Atlas X.
Mhm.
He he believes it to be very hard.
Yeah. Hmm.
He struggled. I don't know his exact time, but I think he was actually pretty close to mine. We were pretty similar. So that actually made me feel good because I think Wes is a pretty strong guy. So
Hmm.
oh, and we didn't even talk. They had LT games, eh?
Yes.
LT games happened. Lauren won again.
Yes, she did. I didn't see a lot of results. I saw some stories of people that went.
They streamed it again, and I haven't watched it all, but what because I was getting on the plane when I was watching it,
Hmm.
and it was better. The stream was better. I liked it, and so I am eventually going to finish because I never got to see Tara run yet.
Hmm.
Um,
And Heather was there.
Heather was there yet, and didn't get to see Dylan run. Dylan run, and he won.
Yeah.
Was interesting. They had Noah Olson instead of having him run. They had him in the commentary.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So, I think he was afraid of Dylan.
Mhm.
Yeah. And it looked good. What else happened? There's so many things that go on. I don't know. Anyway, I can't remember last time what we talked about last time. So who knows? Anyway, I'm ready for Ottawa. I'm
Yes.
going Thursday morning so I can be there early and get a nap in and then do my victory lap with John.
Yeah.
Unless
Just
they throw somebody in last minute.
yeah, you can't be sure. You can't
No,
be
no, and we're still gonna try. We might alter our strategy a little bit and try some experimentation,
yeah.
But
Yeah. Just
but
for broke a little bit.
yeah, well, we might really really hammer some stations and see what happens.
Hmm.
See how badly we'll get hurt and if we can hold on or whatever. I don't know. But yeah,
Hmm.
so I did have the thing somebody asked like, well, you get a world's qual. And I'm like, well, I don't think we get a world's qual because generally they don't usually give one if there's only one team in the race. And to be honest, we wouldn't go anyway. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah. When does that cutoff happen though? Because we're like 5 weeks away now.
I don't know if the quals would count for this year or next.
Yeah.
What happens with the open, would like for example, would you and Lanny go to the open championship?
I have no idea. I've never raced anything open, so I have no idea how that works.
It'll be interesting to see you pushing the sleds and stuff. I'm interested to watch you guys work together. I haven't seen you guys race together since that time in Chicago.
Yeah, I'm one of my first Deca fits. Maybe my first.
Was that I think it was.
That was my first. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to see how Lanny does. She's been sending me some videos, so this is very new for her. Obviously, Lanny runs. Um, so I'm really happy that she's agreed to do this. Because again, when we did obviously DecaFit, you don't like she didn't touch the
Yeah.
station.
She did a
So
couple burpees.
she did a couple burpees. Yeah, because I was dying trying to keep up to her last one. I told her to start the burpees. But she has been working a little bit more on some of the Hyrox stations. So she is at a gym in Denver that is a Hyrox affiliate. So she's been working with some people there. So um yeah, we'll see. I mean, we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Well, for anyone that's there and wants to come say hi, we always have time. Well, I do. Beth's mean, but I always have time to talk.
Whatever.
All right, let's wrap it up, Beth. I'm hungry.
Yeah. Thanks so much, everyone, for listening and for everyone racing this weekend in Ottawa. Good luck. Come say hi. And yeah, we're gonna have a great time. So another Canadian High Rocks. We need it. So we'll see you there.
Take care.